Alright, back again. Today we get out the old Kix 91 Super Gun control panel, the MVS one-slot board, and I figure we could put in this game here, Gunlord. So, let's pop this on and play some of that. I've only had a chance to play this game here for about the first couple of hours, but it is a really great game, well designed. One small issue here, you'll notice the Universe BIOS is a little bit garbled, but other than that, the gameplay is perfect, so I'll let you take a look for yourself. So let's pop in a couple of credits here and start this up. Here you can choose from the original mode, arcade mode, or you can mess around with the controls, but let's just go in with the original mode. You can watch the intro here.
Finally, after a dramatic battle, the evil empire was destroyed. The captain of the Z-42 warp star, Vanessa Galen, escaped and returned to celebrate her victory. But she never made it home, missing in action to this very day. But out of nowhere, a new evil has burst into the galaxy. A mysterious planet Lord called the Master. The Master can create and control evil beings made of steel. These beings, the Lords of Steel, are evil creatures, terrorizing the galaxy and enslaving humans by absorbing their souls. While our hero Gorgon Gator searches for his newlywed wife Vanessa, he feels an evil presence, the Master. Gorgon dons his Gunlord suit, jumps in a splendid shuttle, and dives into the atmosphere of planet Kairos 2. What evil creatures and adventures are awaiting him? Will he find Vanessa?
Alright, so there's our intro there. We'll turn the music down just a little bit so you can hear me talk here. And when you first start out in the game with the first button, button A, that'll be your fire button, your main fire weapon. When you press button B, that'll be your jump, and then button C will allow you to use your laser beam. Now, if you press down and button B at the same time, you'll turn into a ball, kind of like a Metroid ball. And this is a good thing and a bad thing. Unfortunately, if you just, once you get into this ball shape or position, if you don't press up, you'll constantly be stuck in that position, and it can actually cause you some trouble, especially in the later stages, like stage 3 for the mid-boss. You'll wind up dying quite easily. As far as the graphics and the music go, I mean, A+ all the way around. Just a really beautiful game. It's hard to believe that they were able to fit this all on one, chip for the Neo Geo. But as you go throughout the stages, they do get longer, they do get harder, with the exception of Stage 2. Stage 2 is quite quick. It ends quite quickly, but Stage 3, however, is extremely long. Just when you think you've gotten through the end of Stage 3, there's a mid-boss, and then there's a final boss, and then after the final boss, there's even more, a little bit more that you have to go through. Throughout the game, you'll wind up picking up different orbs, and these different orbs will increase your weapon power or change some of your weapons. You'll also pick up some crystals here, but the game is really smooth. I mean, there's no lag, there's no feeling like the game is bogging down whatsoever. It just feels like you always have control of the character at all times, so... You have, if you notice up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a couple of yellow boxes. Those are originally 3 green boxes, and those are your hits. And you have 3 hit points. or 3 hits before your character dies. What's nice about the game is it allows you to continue multiple times, and you can continue in roughly the same spot where you died. In some situations it'll actually bring you back a little bit further, but for the most part it tries to bring you back as close to where you died as possible. These stages are extremely big. There's lots of different paths you can take and lots of different items you can find, but you really don't know the first time you play it. When you put this game in for the first time, it's hard to know which direction to go. There are some small signs that will say, like, this way, go this way, but if you go another route, sometimes you'll find some interesting weapons or some weapon upgrades, but that's what makes the game really fun, is that you have all these different ways that you can go. There's a lot of secret paths, a lot of different secret places where you can get different items, and yeah, it's just a really well-designed game. A lot of replay value, I think, to it. Oh, there's a first death. And like I said, you generally start off in the same place where you died. But it's pretty cool, the ability to hang from the ceiling here. Try and go through this stage here as quickly as I can, just to show you, wow, there's nothing there. Let me see. But unfortunately, by doing this, I'm probably going to be killing myself quite easily. The game can go as long or as short as you want it to. Basically, there's no time limit on the stage, so you can just go at your own pace and kind of explore as much as you want, which is really nice. Nice feature about the game. You can see here there are some little arrows that are pointing you in the right direction. Try and see how far we can get here. I don't have a whole lot of battery life, but try and see if we can make it, I don't know, at least to the beginning of the 3rd stage or something like that. Like I had mentioned, the 2nd stage is pretty quick, so. But the music is just fantastic. Right here is where the music just kind of changes. No, dying again. Try and use the whip here. But like I had mentioned, it's kind of easy to get sidetracked, backtracked in the game, just because there's so many different places that you can go. But that is really one of the fun parts about this game, is that it allows you to go through different spaces and kind of explore different things. Another cool thing is if you press the start button 2 times, you'll actually have a pause, which is something normally that's not in any Neo Geo MVS games unless you have a pause button wired up to it. So it's kind of nice. If you get tired of the game at some point, you want to take a break, you can always hit the start button one more time and pause it up. It's another cool feature. This is really not a good gameplay video here, but a little bit challenging here trying to talk and play at the same time. I know that might be a bad excuse, but in this case here, I'm trying to use it. As you can see, this stage already, stage 1 is fairly long. We've already been playing for 10 minutes, just trying to really rush through it. And you can see we're not even up to the boss yet, so. Well, the fact that I keep dying too doesn't help so much, but it's really hard to get through the stage quickly, especially if you only have 3 hits, because, I mean, just get bumped into some spikes or something like that, and it's pretty much, game over. But nice different effects, the ability to walk on the ceiling, and, the 2nd stage is a flying stage, so that's also a cool another feature, a little bit of a different stage. You don't have you don't only have the side-scrolling action part, but you also have a little bit of a shooter. Oh, just jumping on spikes everywhere. Wrong way. No! Woo, this is not good. You can play this game quite well if you take your time, but the first time you play it, you will find a lot of different parts to the game. You know, you'll learn a lot about the traps, the places where the bosses or different enemies are. Here, I'm just being sloppy. All of the different upgrades are really, really cool in the game. Here you have like these little characters here. They're not really sub-bosses or anything like that, but here's our main boss for the first stage. Really cool looking. Great graphics on it. Unfortunately, let's see here. Let's see if we can get through this again without dying too many more times. Here, what's nice about this laser here is it's kind of cheap, but for the time being it does work. Let's see. Woo! That was not good. I don't know how many times you guys are going to want to see this boss battle here. I tried to make this video earlier, but unfortunately YouTube did not like the format, so I'm here at it again, trying to make it one more time. Woo! Normally the game is not this difficult. I'm just playing very, very poorly. Hopefully here we can get through this boss and get on to our next stage. There we go. There's our first guy down. But there are a few different patterns. You know, you can actually catch on to the enemy's patterns here, and you can get through it quite quickly. Here's our flying stage. Hopefully be able to get through this without too much trouble. I'm kind of playing with the joystick on the floor here, so... But really nice graphics. A nice little change here with stage 2. Really like how they did this one. And you'll notice how short stage 2 is compared to stage 1, but there's no way we'll be able to even touch the surface of stage 3. It's just that long. I think the boss is going to definitely annihilate me here with just one hit. One hit left. Here's our second boss. As you can see here, the patterns start to change up a little bit and gets a bit more challenging for sure. Come on. There we go. Alright, so let's jump in here to our third stage, and you can see, really beautiful, really well-designed stage. Like I'd mentioned before, this stage here is extremely long, so don't expect to get through this stage, and I'm kind of reaching here, but probably around 40 minutes or so. It can take quite some time. Just a lot of stuff to go through. Maybe it'd only take you a half hour or something like that, but really great graphics. And there's about 9 stages to the game, so lots of replay value, very long game, and definitely worth the money. So if you're thinking about picking this up, the game itself runs about 313 euros, which, or maybe 319 euros, which may seem like a lot, but one thing you have to remember about something like this is it's very original, and there's a limited amount of copies for it. And eventually, you know, even if you decided to get rid of this or had to get rid of it for some strange reason, the resale value for it, you would at least be able to get, you know, like Danks had mentioned too, you know, you'd at least be able to get your money back, if not more, you know, for a game like this. And that's one thing that I actually regret about not being able to pick up Fast Striker, is that I didn't have enough time, I didn't have enough money at the time, and now it's not available anymore. I mean, eventually it'll be available on the AES for Japan. It's already out for European releases, but and the US, but yeah, nonetheless, it would have been nice to have it on the MVS as well, but yeah. If you don't have an MVS, or you don't have the, you know, you don't have the funds to get an MVS, that's not a problem, because this is also available in a 3-pack set for newcomers for around, I believe it's maybe 60 euros or something like that. But you not only get this game, but you get Fast Striker, and you also get, what is it, Last Hope, Pink Bullets, so that's definitely one thing to think about picking up if you want to get something, you know, if you want to get the game itself and you want to be able to play it at home, pick up the Dreamcast version for it for sure. One difficult part here is definitely the rolling feature, like I had mentioned before. Sometimes it can really mess you up a little bit. As you can see back there, I was getting kind of stuck. But this water stage is really bad. Like everything around the water area, if you accidentally press down and forward, you'll go into a roll, which will kill you pretty quickly. But nonetheless here, just wanted to show you what Fast Striker looked like, or not Fast Striker, geez, Gunlord looked like here for the Neo Geo MVS. And yeah, it's a fantastic game. If you have the chance, pick it up while it's still available. If not, pick up the Dreamcast version. But that's about all for me for right now. Like always, I'll put up another video here soon, so thanks for watching.